Yep. You just, like, you walk by a place and you just hear everything getting banged on. You're like, alright, I'm just gonna... Well, to hell with this day. I hate everything about this day in game. So, I think I'm just gonna go right down here and go, excuse me. Honestly, I should get a radio just to leave on the counter here. Very thick fog, you don't say. What would have led you to believe that? 0.2 degrees Fahrenheit off of below freezing. Another thunderstorm? Alright, fine. I get it. I get it, game. You've had it. You're done playing nice. You have another survivor house? Yeah, I've had times where you'll have like 2 or 3 survivor houses in an area. It's not often, but you'll get them bunched up sometimes. Alright, that's for tailoring. This still sucks. Oh, and just as a knowledge, you see where it says Abundance 61? If you watch after the very first time we catch a fish, or very first time we do it, it's Abundance 100. It's a bug. It just doesn't refresh the abundance until you start fishing. I figure we'll just fish here for a minute since, you know, it's absolutely horrible outside. We also suck really bad at fishing, so might as well. We suck really, really bad at fishing. But dusk is coming, and when dusk comes, you get a buff to your fishing ability for a little while. Dusk and dawn have higher fish rates, as demonstrated. We're really bad at fishing. Hey, I've always been told you only catch fish, like you only get points when you catch fish. And we definitely didn't catch fish when we leveled. What are the traits we have? So, I started with obese, weak, and unfit. Since then, we've corrected a lot of it, so now we are out of shape. Is that it? Just out of shape? Cool, yeah, we're just out of shape. That's the only negative we have of those three left. But for the positives, we have... Oh, and I also have Slow Healer. For the positive, I have Cat's Eye, which lets us sleep in the see in the dark. Dexterous, which makes us loot faster. Outdoorsman, which means we can ignore a lot of weather stuff. Wakeful, which means we don't have to sleep as much. Lucky, just think of it as more loot. Eagle Eye, which means the cone of how much I can see in front of me is wider. Fast Learning, which means we level skills faster. Keen Hearing, which means we can see a little bit farther behind us. Organized, which means I can fit more in, like, backpacks and cabinets and that. Thick Skin, which gives us a tiny, tiny chance to, you know, be able to get out of jail with a hit. But as Fenrir said, my build is objectively bad. That isn't being, like, cruel or mean or anything, it's just a bad build. I thought I heard a zombie. So put the fish away. But yeah, so think of this build as 0 to hero. It's not a good build. It's just 0 to hero. I mean, you could certainly make a worse build, but it's not, like, it is what it is. Alright, I think it's time we put on a jacket, because we keep getting cold, so it's time to add some more layers. And with more layers means more defense. Yep. That's the idea. It's a fun build, not a good build. Okay, generator's doing fine. So let's see if we can't find advanced tailoring and all that. Alright, let me go ahead and get those push-ups that Rainbow Octavian has cashed in, so give me just a minute. And just as a reminder, tomorrow, Thursday, is our other games day, where we play games. Like I said, I need to get a thing that'll actually be a thing on the screen. What did I just use? That wasn't our axe. What did I just... What did I just break? Oh, it was the axe. Okay, okay, it was the axe. I was about to be like, what did I just break? Did I break something I care about? But yeah, I do need to get like a graphic that I can put on the screen that, one, if people jump in while I'm stretching, they can see what's up. And then two, to keep me honest on the time. Because it should take me about 2 minutes to fix the entire stretch because I hold each position about 30 seconds and there's 4 positions. Don't just walk away. If you're going to bother being in the area, come face me. Let's get it over with. Yeah, so I probably need to reach out to the artist to get some stuff made for it. I also need to get another set of emotes made now that there's follower emotes. Because what I'll do is get the next batch of emotes and I'll move the emotes that I got around so that some of them are in just follower. So you just get access to them without having to subscribe or anything. And then get some of the, whatever ones I move down to follower, get replacements for them in the subscriber emotes. Yeah, those are buys we already cleared. The good news I am noticing, well, in the far end of town we're seeing tons of zombies. Along the route, it does seem to be dying down again. Which makes sense. We had the helicopter, it dumped a bunch of zombies on us, and now we're just dealing with cleanup. Figure this is another heap. I'm just going to go ahead and tear the clothes while we're standing here. Take advantage of the piles that we have made. Okay, full jug of milk. You have yourself a good night, and thanks again for the raid. That was dangerous. Luckily we have enough nimble I managed to sidestep out of her bite at the last second. Because I totally just whiffed that hit entirely. And that would be a very salty way to end a run. I'm busy taking bullets out of guns, ma'am. That might be interesting. Being able to see where past people had been, that kind of thing. Because that was always a fun mechanic with Dark Souls, is like, you'd go into a room, and you knew if the room was trouble because you'd walk up to the door and there'd just be the blood splatters everywhere, and you're like, okay, so this room is a bad time. So I can imagine, see, like, the front doors of the prison, for example, would just have, you know, like, all sorts of stuff there. This is true. You would see just tons and tons of death at the spawn places. But I mean, that was kind of true of Dark Souls. That it's like, it wouldn't be the initial room, because usually there's nothing to attack you there. But you'd get just one or two rooms in, and there'd usually be a pretty good pile of death, like the very first monster you'd face. Okay, so I need the Advanced Tailoring book. Just take a peek around this way first. Cool. Advanced Tailoring. I'll grab Master Foraging while we're here. Advanced. That, I don't care. Just grabbing books we don't have at this point. How did I miss these? Why did I not read these magazines? What's happening here? Grab the Advanced Mechanics. Trapping for intermediates. Makes me wonder, on the magazines, how are we doing? We're doing okay. So we're reading the hunting one right now. So we're just missing one metalworking, one cooking, one engineering. And then the guerrilla radio, which you're almost always missing. Got zombies out by our car. Don't like that. Didn't I ever find a master mechanic? No, advanced. Alright, I get it, zombie. It's time to go. I've overstayed my welcome. I understand. Because half these books will probably never read, so I shouldn't put too much effort into them. Well, I guess we should look to see if we can't find expert and master tailoring while we're here. Still looking for expert tailoring. Don't do this to me again where you have everything but expert tailoring. I've been through this once. I don't need this again in my life. Oh no, it's gonna be missing expert tailoring, which is the book that got us killed last time because it was salty that we didn't have it. So I went, like, skulking through houses looking for it. And they're not gonna have it again. Oh, game, that's just mean. Hi, all of you. Ooh, hunting knife, give me that. Hopefully I grabbed in a previous loop and just didn't ever see it. Oh yeah, let me just walk on into the Louisville Library. Yeah, that'll work. I'm not gonna worry about, like, we'll just keep clearing in that. There's a police officer with a Desert Eagle there. Let's see if they had bullets for it. They did. Oh yeah, no, it would take entirely too long to clear to get that library. Like, realistically, we just keep pushing, you know, stuff like Riverside and all that. And just, you know, hit up Enigma Bookstore and all that when we get in there. Like, I'm not gonna bother grinding out tailoring to, like, 10 just because we can. Like, I'll keep doing what we're doing, where we just tailor as possible when the weather sucks. And just, if we get up to that point, we'll save a bunch of materials and either just level it without, or just hold on the materials until we do have the book from other places. Zombie, I'm trying to make a salad here, if you do not mind. Oh, there's still one more of you. Alright. And we are starting to lose enough weight that I am going to need to start focusing on get some fishing done so I can start gaining weight again. Otherwise we're going to start, you know, hitting malnutrition and all that. You know, if we clear out this street and we don't see more zombies, I might poke my nose in my house, in these house. Well, no, I don't have a wrench. Never mind. Because I'd like to get 2 more chrome sinks for hooking up to the rain barrels we put on the roof. That was a super dodgy move. I've had a few of those and I really need to start being more careful. But yeah, that was like, the way we were rotating there was like super duper dodgy. Deal with the one behind us first. Yeah, that's what I was figuring, is if we just keep pushing Riverside, good chance we'll just poke into like Enigma books or the post office or one of them and they'll have it. Because that was the last time we did this run, we got a really good foothold in Riverside, and then we ultimately died because it was the exact same book. Like, I like reached the point leveling that I was ready for it and just couldn't find it, so I started poking my nose into each and every single house, and I wasn't being as careful as I should be, and eventually caught up to us. I mean, that's how this game works. The moment you start getting complacent, the game punishes you. Alright, I'm not going to worry about those zombies all the way over to the east. We're going to backtrack, see what zombies came out. Get all that stuff sorted. We got a book to read. The weather sucks. Apparently have zombies over here and here. Want to find, you know, get a couple planks from chopping down some trees, make some spears, do some fishing. Because I don't want to wait to get too low, especially going into winter. Because if that happens, then we'll end up going pretty far underweight during winter, which will be no good. Because I'm not going to try and overeat to catch my weight back up during the winter if I can help it. That'll just burn through our supplies faster. Yep, there's also... Yep. Yeah, the building on the far east end. And then the school definitely has a library in the bottom floor. And, like, even if we don't find it through all of those bookstores, like, 1, it's not that important. 2, I could, you know, if it comes down to it, I could level without it. I saw those zombies, let's draw them out. And otherwise, we just keep going. We'll hit Rosewood. Rosewood has some places with books. Alright, if we find a Rosewood, great. If not, then when we go through Muldrow, I actually don't know the book situation in Muldrow. I think there's a school in Muldrow that would potentially have it. But you get the idea. We don't worry about it. That's not the point of this run. The point of this run isn't to get all the skills to 10, it's just kill all the zombies. Gotcha. I don't know Muldrow as well as the other cities, because it's just a city I don't care for. Like, it used to be one of the cities I started in the most way back, but then, you know, I started going, oh, Riverside's such a nicer city to start your round in. Just gonna walk to a random spot with a bunch of bodies and tear up some more clothes. Just one of them. Make that a habit to do from time to time. It's not like when we get the katana, we can just like kill the zombies all at the exact same spot, and then we walk away with like ripping 80 pieces of clothing all in one sitting. And I see that zombie strolling up from the southwest. We'll deal with it in a minute. Just feels like with as many bodies as here, might as well. Hey, I made it to 1%. That's 1% of the total number of zombies killed, you mean? Because we did cross the 8,000 zombies. Yep, I mean, that's... the numbers we got are out of date, in the sense that it was before the multiplayer update. But yeah, it should be somewhere in that range from that data, but I don't think anyone has gone through and done the updated numbers to see, like, exactly how many zombies would be on the map at base pop. Not since multiplayer, at least. Yep. No, I mean, I figure worst case, if the population has changed and gone up, it's probably effectively like what has Louisville added. Yep, I agree. Plus, this also lets me watch for when, like, we're going through all the loot to see if we missed any decent weapons or anything. Hunting knives, stuff like that. You know, it's been a while since I've seen a meat cleaver. We had tons of those earlier in the game, but we really haven't seen any in a while. Yeah. And here I thought we would be getting all the way to Riverside today. And we've been basically doing nothing but re-clearing the place we already cleared. That said, we didn't get any hordes until we got down there. I think we only had, what was it, like one actual horde and a couple of smaller groups down there this time. So it does feel like we've beaten back whatever that migration was for the time being. I see them. I'll deal with them in a moment. Yeah, I guess unless something dire changes, I figure tomorrow in game we pick up where we left off on our push to Riverside, and granted, as much as zombies have been moving around, maybe we've been set back to start, but we'll just keep pushing. Where are my flamingos? Oh, there we can see through them. Okay, we're good. I was about to say, don't tell me the zombies killed our flamingos. Because that'd be just not okay. Oh, we got carrots ready to pull up. I'll deal with those in a minute. I'm going to add those to the fire later. Okay, so these aren't ready to harvest yet, but those are. Hey, Samurai Ninja Master, how's it going? We're just fighting the zombies. Quickly approaching winter. Oh wait, I'll put these outside. All right. Now, I did see that we had zombies moving up over this way. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to walk over there, kill them, grab some of the planks we left on the floor there previously, because we're going to use those to make spears for fishing. Nice, nice. I had hoped to be in much better shape by the time we got to winter. As far as just having surplus food and all that kind of stuff. And we're actually not doing bad. But I hadn't taken the time. It's fine, though, because we didn't loot hardly any of the houses in the town. So there should be canned goods, like, everywhere in this town. We have been just continuously clearing again and again and again. Because, for whatever reason, the zombies have been moving back into Ekron extremely aggressively. Gotcha. Winter's interesting, because, like, a lot of the ways you normally get food aren't available. Like, you can't farm, and when I say you can't, there's nuance to a lot of that, but you can't really farm. Foraging does not give nearly as much opportunity for food. The rain barrels no longer will fill up with water because it snows, and snow doesn't collect in rain barrels. Trapping, you don't have bait typically because, you know, where are you getting your fresh produce from? Fishing can still be done, but, like, the chances of catching a fish are absolutely awful. So if you don't have, like, fishing 7 or higher by the time winter rolls in, you're just not going to be able to survive on fishing alone. So it kind of depends on you stockpiling up and prepping for winter, or go skulking through a bunch of places, grabbing canned goods. Yep, no, the rain barrels won't fill up. Like, if they have water in it, it'll stay in there, I believe, but snow doesn't fill up the rain barrels. But that's not a big deal. You just go to water with, like, a bunch of cooking pots, fill them up, boil the water. Oh, you can fit? I was under the impression you could not farm during the winter. Not that I've tried, but that was in the impression. Yeah, you can get through with canned goods without getting depression. Canned goods work fine. That's actually, I think, probably how most people get through the winters, because they don't prepare enough, so they just go through the houses and just get canned goods and eat those. Because, I mean, on your normal loot, like Apocalypse, you go into a house and you've got usually at least a day's worth of food in a singular house, or close to a day's worth of food. I'm destroying my hunting knives doing this, and it makes me sad. Yep. No, I realize that. That was the reason I was saying there's nuance that, you know, there are ways you can get around a lot of this stuff, but Like, to me, the indoor farming still, you know, still feels weird. Yeah, no, I'm not too worried about water, because at this point I have, what is it, like 2,000 water on the roof? Because I have 5 rain barrels. Please, give me more fish. I needs the fish. Yep, you can do that. We tested on here to just take water up to the roof, put in the rain barrel when it was empty, use it. It worked. Okay, so yeah, we actually did gain, yeah, we are gaining experience even when we're not catching anything, which is something I was told was not the case previously, which could have changed with an update. That said, the XP gain is absolutely terrible when you're not catching things. Alright, that's good enough for right now. Yep, it's working. Oh, I should have gotten more ready. Alright, I was gonna read that book, wasn't I? A little late for that now.